Hey, ladies and gentlemen, good Thursday morning and welcome to a market intel brief at TOPGUN Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz, and we didn't have a live trade brief this morning. Why? Because we don't have live trade briefs on Thursday morning. We had an accidental full throttle this week, and I think there was one scheduled for this morning. Nope, we're good. Gave away enough free stuff lately, and as a matter of fact, if you had joined this week or you joined yesterday, guess what you just got? Let's go. Take a look right here. I shot a bull put spread. I'll go show you on the chart at $1.40 and got out in 21 minutes for $1,200. That was a 60% profit. Okay. Tom, a bunch of other folks got in and out real quick. 50%, 60%, 75. Let's go to the tape. Let's go take a look at it. And take a look at this portfolio, folks. This model portfolio, this is the primary, is up over $62,000 this month. Look at just the S&P 500 trades, if you'll allow me to round up, $49,000. Let's go look at the chart. Here's what I was looking at. So we gapped down this morning. Well, not super gapped down, but we opened down because obviously all the volatility in the bond market, which we're going to talk about in a couple minutes here. So yesterday afternoon, this bond auction went horrifically. We imploded, bounced, and then, fell off into the close. Let me zoom in a little bit right here. Right here, I got a 246. What's that mean? I'll tell you in a second. It's my proprietary S&P 500 sniper methodology. In 21 minutes later, out right there, 60%, $1,200. If you had joined during our accidental free full throttle this week, you got close to $4,000 in S&P 500 trades. Now, last time I checked, that pays for a lot here at TOPGUN Options. Let's go take a look. Solo Amazon, only $97 a month. Or if you do the annual, it's $970 a year. That includes 2 months on me. So I paid essentially for 4 years of a solo Amazon membership in 3 trades. Let's go over to full throttle. It's $295 a month. Now that's the most basic package, but let's scroll down. If you want access to the hunters, where you get the app, you get these instant alerts, folks, it's $29.95 a year. I paid for a year and a half of an annual full throttle membership with 3 trades. Folks, it's Thursday morning. If I wasn't doing this video and had some media interviews, I'd be done. I'd be going to the beach right now. $1,200, $1,100 in 21 minutes, done. Imagine doing that 5 days a week. You do the math. Now, if you want to tire kick the hunters for a couple months, it's $497 a month. Do that for 3-4 months and say, all right, I get it. Looking good. Awesome whiz. Let me save 50% and upgrade into the annual. Okay. Over here are purely tire kickers, folks. You get access to the live trade briefs, the options weapons school training, but you don't get access to the hunters. You're not paying for it. Okay. You have got to get airborne today, folks. Men lie, trades don't. They're right there in my account. They're right there in the hunters. This is what the hunters looks like right here. We got 2 threads. There's the intel and commentary thread. I posted news about the budget being passed by the House, talked about the bonds yesterday, and then obviously we have the trade alerts thread where you can see I posted this trade this morning. Isn't that awesome? So, ladies and gentlemen, what are you waiting for? Okay? Get airborne today. Hey, Wiz, I didn't know you had an accidental free week here. Neither did I. Go.topgunoptions.com/FT-replay. You can watch yesterday's replay. It's up in the box here. It's kind of loading right now. And then the day 1 replay, just click that button. And then the day 2 replay, you can click there. Hey, quick reminder. If you want to invest in Experience Onward, Daniel Carcillo's company that's already in Oregon, it's cash flow positive, it's making money, it's a legal psilocybin retreat center in Oregon. He's got a big investor who just jumped in. They're already looking at big, beautiful ranches and retreat centers in Colorado. Shoot me an email, wiz@topgunoptions.com, and I'll hand you off to Daniel, okay? Opportunity to invest in a legal psilocybin healing company. And oh, by the way, before I forget, also DemeRx. I was wrong. John Thomas, the CFO, reached out to me. He's like, no, Wiz, there's about We didn't get all the way to 34. We're close to 30. So whether it's Daniel or the DemeRx, right? You can watch the DemeRx brief on our YouTube channel right there, okay, over here. DemeRx Investment Brief with Dr. Deborah Mash. That's a biotech play, man. You can invest in a medicine, not a drug. I call it a medicine that can cure alcohol use disorder. How do you know it can cure alcohol use disorder? Well, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday was my 4-year anniversary of being reborn. And I'm not a guy that uses that type of word lightly. 4 years ago, yesterday morning, was the ultimate Christmas times infinity for me. Me, Marcus Luttrell, JT from Black Rifle, JJ, another Navy SEAL, and Robert Gallery, All-American from Iowa, and an NFL veteran who's in a pretty bad place, folks. We are all different human beings. Robert started his own foundation to help athletes heal their brain traumas with ibogaine. So if you want to invest in DemeRx, there's 4 more slots. I was wrong. It wasn't closed. If you want to invest in Daniel, I think he got 11 yesterday, okay? And he's not going on number of people. He's going on dollars. He's like, Wiz, we got 200 right out of the gate. That's all we needed. So I'm going to kind of close the rest of these guys and we're done, okay? And as Daniel said, and as Dr. Mash and John Thomas, the CFO, said, after this, ain't no more mom and pop. You're going to have to be an accredited investor. You're going to have to, the minimum donation is going to be $250,000, folks. If you're an accredited investor in $250,000, you can wait to the next round. If not, shoot me an email immediately, whiz@topgunoptions.com. So membership has its privileges, folks. You get access to these. If you invested in HRT, Healing Realty Trust, 2-3 years ago, you have made 4 times your money. We're going to go public in maybe 2 years, I think. I'm going to be on the floor, hopefully with you, if you invested on the whatever exchange, ringing the bell or ringing the closing bell, folks, as we go public. Remember, AHR, American Healthcare REIT, is doing what we're doing. They copied us. They went public a year ago. So last February. They went public last February. You see this right here? And now they are at right there. AHR is up 166% since they went public. So there is explosive opportunity in DemeRx and Experience Onward, or New Growth Connections, it's called. Also, warning, you can lose every penny. Period. No questions asked, goes to zero. Always have to remind you that, folks, investing involves risk. Just because the REIT's crushing it doesn't mean DemeRx will, or doesn't mean that Experience Onward will. Okay? Always, always, always remember that. And I go out of my way to remind you, folks, that obviously these investments are risky, but take risk, you get reward. Take a little risk, a little reward. Take a big risk, potential big reward. Okay? So bond market is the one that's, I forgot, man. Breaking news on my Twitter feed. A business jet crashed in San Diego into base housing. I lived in base housing in Tierra Santa. I was just watching it online, and literally down the street from where Susie, I, and our young son Matthew live. So God bless the souls. As soon as I see a mishap, man, I jump on my ForeFlight app. Weather was crappy in San Diego, and it was dark. It was early in the morning, like 400 overcast and mist. So not saying it was all weather, but that was some sporty weather to be landing in. So, hey, House passes with Trump tax bill after last minute changes. I don't like it. Clearly, Moody's didn't like it, right? We lost our AAA credit rating. We're broke. We're getting deeper in debt. There are GOP holdouts that are really trying to get more spending done. Nobody's going to cut any spending, folks. We're in a lot of trouble. This needed to be fixed decades ago, and of course, nobody did it. What's the term? Kick the can down the road. They've kicked the can down the road, and it's musical chairs. The music's about to stop, and we're not going to have a chair. So the Fed's in a tough place. Jerome's in a tough place. We're in a bad place. But guess what's going on here, man? The bond market. The deficit is unsettling bond traders. Here's how that affects the economy. I got to be honest with you, folks. Jerome Powell, the Fed chief, might be a nice enough guy. He's a complete fucking idiot. Why, Mr. Powell, right in front of an election, did you cut, not 25, you cut 50 basis points right in front of the election? I mean, I know why he did it. But the market was at record highs. Inflation was going up. And you cut 50? The guy's an arsonist, man. And now he's trying to be a firefighter. This is tough. And obviously, just because it passed the House, where do good ideas go to die? The Senate. So it ain't over, man. But if or when, we will. The government ain't shutting down. We'll get a budget passed. We're going to get another little bit of a relief rally here, okay? And reminder, retail has been buying the dips, man. The institutions have been bailing. They've missed this turnaround here. This is a retail-powered turnaround. So even today, with still having some bond market issues, I'm staring at this going, all right, hey, man. Because look at yesterday afternoon. There's the bond auction and implosion. So we're not out of the woods yet. I've said this, shameless plug to go watch the replays. We're not out of the woods, man. I said this earlier in the week. I haven't seen a single signed trade deal. I haven't seen any of this stuff. So we potentially do have another leg down to go. So we'll see. All right, final call, man. Like I said, it was a free week of trading. If you, by accident, why do I mean by accident? I already did a full throttle weeks ago, and we're full. My scheduling, I'm ultimately responsible. My scheduling folks had like back to back. I'm like, no, we didn't need to do this. But instead of canceling the full week of free briefs, I literally let you come in to 100% member briefs. Usually in a full throttle, I do half marketing, half member. This was all member this week. And if you came, you made nearly, just allow me to round up with the S&P 500 trades, $4,000. Men lie, trades don't. Go watch the replays. Go look in my Max Afterburner group. You can go look at my brokerage account. All these trades were placed and made. You could have potentially made $4,000 this week had you placed the trades as we did here. So I'm actually watching the S&P 500 on my screen over here. Maybe getting ready to shoot a bearish sniper, folks. This is the way. So go grab your full throttle membership. Or your solo Amazon membership on here. Or you know what, Wiz? I think I kind of know what I'm doing. I want to check out your Options Weapons School, kind of your basic training. You can do that. It's only $297 a month. Session 5, ladies and gentlemen, is where I show you my proprietary 2-4-6 methodology. You want to see how I shoot sniper shots and make 60% or $1,200 or $1,100, whatever it was this morning in 21 minutes? It's right there. It's definitely worth the $297. But if you do the annual membership or the monthly hunters at $497, the education, the training, not edumacation, is included. All right, I got to go. I got some media hits today. This is great. With Memorial Day coming up, I got some media hits talking about psychedelics and veterans. And I mean, man, you guys know what's going on in the past 3 weeks with me, or you should know, up to D.C., meeting the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Congressman Correa and Bergman, and Trump hearing about psychedelics and veterans, and Morgan Luttrell in the Wall Street Journal. The time is now. We are rigged for the explosive growth in this healing space. We're going to make America healthy again, and we're going to start healing our heroes at home. Final call. If you want to invest in DemeRx for alcohol use disorder using noribogaine, email me. If you want to invest with Daniel and me, and remember, folks, I'm on the advisory boards of both these companies. I have equity in these companies. I disclose all of that. Why wouldn't I? If I think it's a fantastic opportunity, why wouldn't I tell people? I threw some guy out of the brief yesterday. He's like, well, you're clearly pushing something that you would make money on. Well, fucking duh, dude. Not only do I plan on making money on these things, it saved my life. So I threw that guy out of the room. All right, I got to go. How about those Panthers, baby? Game 2 tonight. Have a great rest of your day. Fights on. Namaste and Basi. Wiz out.